Dear students, we started to discuss about the new and old terminologies. The terminology, how it is changing, and we have seen what it means the Hindustan in olden days and how it changed in the time of Babur. Like that, we have seen. Then next come historian today how to careful about the term they used many meant different from the past. So we have seen the in the past what they used. For example, here Hindustan, they started to use Punjab, Haryana and the land between Ganga and Yamuna, and it reached to the whole India later like that. So the what it mean in that particular age like that historian want to try to understand the terminology what they used in olden days. Next one, take an example. Symbol term foreigner, it is used today to mean someone who is not an Indian, who came from America or Pakistan. To indicate that one we are using foreigner. And in olden days, the medieval period, a foreigner was not any stranger who appeared say in any given village, and someone who was not a part of the society or a culture. If the person in Tamil Nadu itself, if we are having different culture in different area, so the person means foreigner, that word giving the meaning like that, the person who is not the part of that particular community or society or the culture. That was the meaning given in medieval period. And in Hindi, the term Pardeshi might be used to describe such a person. In Persian, Ajnabi. In Hindi, what we are using Pardeshi. Now also we are using Pardeshi, means not familiar, like that it is coming meaning, and that Persian word it was Ajnabi. A city dweller therefore might have been regarded a forest dweller as a foreigner, but two peasants living in the same village were not foreigners to each other, even though they may have had different religious or caste background. In the same village they are living, but they are not foreigners, even though they are, we said like their culture also, so they are belong to two different religion, Hindu or Muslim or Christian or Muslim like that, then also they are not the foreigner. But for a forest dweller, city dweller may be a foreigner, or for a village people, for the village people, city dwellers may be foreigners, like that we want to understand the word it is changing. Then the source of the history, we have seen that one in 6th standard also, what are the source, like that we are going to see in 7th standard what are the source. Historians use different types of sources to learn about past depending upon the period of their study. According to the period of the study, it may change. We studied in 6th standard the inscription what we got, or the pot written, something written or something drawn in the pot, that be taken as the evidence to understand about the ancient history. And here we are going to see something else also. The last years, for example, you read about the rulers of the Gupta dynasty and Harshavardhana, and what we taken, we got some of the inscriptions what they written. In this book we will read about following 1000 years from 700 to 1750. So what all things are available in this particular period that we are going to see? Not only the inscription, we are having architectural buildings, then we are having textual record, written documents and all. So these are the our what we can say in 7th standard our sources are coins is the one source, second one inscription like 6th standard lesson. Then architecture, the building, it may be palace or temple or road construction like that. Architecture we are having, then the textual records we are having. These are the information or the source of the history what we are going to use for 7th standard lesson. But there is also considerable discontinuity. A number and variety of textual record increase dramatically during this period. And for example, if we are explaining about a particular king, example King Akbar, the person who written the document, he may exaggerated the things to show the mighty power of the king. Or sometimes they want each and every king's time it happened like that. They made a little bit dramatization in that document. they slowly displaced that other type of available information. So what was there in the society, something against the king, that normally what they will do, they will avoid like such a information. Then through this period, paper gradually became cheaper and more widely available. In by 16th century, 15th century and all, availability of the paper was there, so we started to write down the things. People used it to write holy text, chronicles of the rulers, letters and teachings of the saints. So we started to use the papers for different purpose. First one, holy text like Vedas, we started to write it down in paper. And then chronicles of the rulers, they are writing their details, day wise events they started to write. Then letters, when they are sending letter to different kings and all, they started. Then teachings of the saints, even letters and teachings of the saints also, not the teacher used to write, what they are doing, the followers they are writing and keeping the teaching and letter of the saints. Then the petitions what we are giving in front of the king or judiciary, then the judicial records also started to record or write it down. Now also we can see that one, we are recording the things what is happening in the court and all, we are writing and keeping. And we are in civics, we will see that one in 8th standard, details of the we have seen that one in 6th standard also little bit, and 7th you will see in civic book, we can see how the judicial records we are keeping and how it is giving the name and all, that we will see were in civics book. Then, and for register of the accounts and tax, we have people, we know the census survey and all, and according to the census we are collecting the tax and all. So for that, for account purpose also, if you are paying your fees, you are getting a bill from the school, like that, all the things we are having, recorded things we are having. Then manuscripts are collected by wealthy people, rulers, monasteries and temples. The manuscript means handwritten copies, especially the Veda books, the Veda what we written in paper, and the holy books what we translated to other languages, like that things. Who collected? It was manuscript, written by our own hand with the handwriting copies. It is available. Or who normally collecting? Wealthy people, those who are rich, they are collecting that one. Rulers, then monasteries, where the sadhus and sannyasis are living, that in monasteries they are collecting. Even the temples also collecting. They were placed in libraries and archives. Archives means a place where documents and manuscripts are stored. We are every institution having archives where we are keeping all the documents. In archives here, what we are using, the manuscript, what we are documents as well as manuscripts what we are storing. If you are going to hospital or a court, we can see libraries and archives where we are keeping the documents very safely. And these manuscripts and documents provides a lots of details information to the historians, but they are also difficult to use. So these manuscripts and the documents what we are getting from the old people, or what is there in archives and libraries, that we are depending or using as a source to understand about a particular time. Then what is happening? It is difficult to use, but how they are written in that particular language, that style of the language may change. So the old things we, for even example, old Tamil, the ordinary people can't read, or those who studied that one, that people only can read the old Tamil and understanding the meaning. Example, Tirukural written in olden Tamil language, and what we are using the classical Tamil language nowadays, that is entirely different. And there was no printing press in those days to scribes copied manuscript by hand. How we are facing the difficulties, what all difficulties we are facing, we are going to see that one. So people was writing by hand, that already we said. Why? There was no press. So one by one person want to write it. And if whenever they are copying, when we are copying from textbook to notebook, or from board to notebook, we are unknowingly we are making some mistakes. Same way the scribes, when unknowingly they made some mistakes. Sometimes you can't read your friend's handwriting and forced to guess what it written. Sometimes you can't guess, can't understand your own handwriting, sometimes your friends handwriting, then what we will do, we will get a force to guess it. And that is another one thing what historians are facing. As a result, there are small but significant differences in your copy of your friend's work. What we are making the same copy, if you are trying to make, no need to think like that. When you are writing making a painting now, and after one day if you are making this, we are trying to make the same painting, unknowingly some new ideas may coming to that new painting, or something we may skip. We will feel like that it is not good, not feeling like that good, so we may skip. So all these things may happen when we are making the manuscript. Manuscript copying is somewhat similar. As scribes copied manuscripts, they also introduce small changes, a word here, a sentence there, like that. What they are feeling like that, if we are adding this also, it will be nice, or if you are deleting this one, that will looking nice, like that. When they felt what they done, they made changes, even some words and some sentences. These small differences grew over centuries of copying until manuscript of the some text became substantially different from one another. And we used to play a game in a different situation. We played that secret passing. One of the game, it is secret passing, and we will give the introducer of the game will give one sentence to one child, and the others will stand behind like a line, maybe 10 or 12 or 20, like that. And at the end, the person is hearing that sentence, and we are asking to listen that one carefully and ask them to say it loudly. And what we said to the first person, it may change in second person, third person. At the end, it may reach to somewhat else, like that. We are having many games related to it. Okay, so like that, the manuscripts, when they return the manuscript or copying from one book to another book, they may made some changes, and it become drastic changes later years, because it is taken many centuries. But one by one person, they made little bit change, and it that sometimes the total text may be changed into a different version. This is a serious problem, because we rarely find the original manuscript of the author today. What happened in first century, second century, we are not getting that books. So what is happening? What we are getting the manuscripts of the latest one, and in that we may get many changes also. We are totally dependent upon the copies made by later scribes, and as a result, historians have to read different manuscript version of the same text to guess what the author had originally written. So we used to heard like that, or in our childhood we had that practice of that one, reading minimum 3 newspaper, daily newspaper 3. Why? The first newspaper, they are giving different version of that particular news. Second newspaper will give different version. Third newspaper will give a third version. So from last we can guess what is the reality, like that. So the same way, you can read the news of the today, or nowadays a newspaper may not be that much available. So the same news, the evening news of 3 different channels, you want to listen, and you want to observe the same news, how they presented 3 different channels. It may be DD Tamil, and it may be this one Sun TV, or like that, different any 3 version of the channels. You want to listen the same news and want to give want to compare it, how it coming, like that. So the historians, how much they are suffering, like that, you can understand. On occasion of author revised their chronicles at the different times. Same person, what I said, like that, today we are making one painting, after 1 week we are making the painting, that may having some changes, like that. The updation we are making, so that time also something they may change. The 14th century chronicle, Ziauddin Barani wrote his chronicle first time in 1356, and another version 2 years later. The same person, he written the chronicle second time. The 2 different form each other, but historians did not know about the existence of the first version until 1960. So 1960 only we got the first version. first manuscript what he chronicle what he written. Up to that time we was depending on the second one. It remained lost in the large library collection. Afterwards we got in 1960. Up to that time we was thinking about the second version. There was only one chronicle what he written like that. So this is the problems what we are facing when we are studying history. When we are hearing that word history itself, we don't like it, but it is very interesting subject. So we are stopping here. We will continue in next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.